Oh, the screen is all missized. Hang on. Good morning, Insomniacs. Welcome to Frostpunk 2, which just released yesterday. And this is not a sponsored video, so don't worry about that. But we played Frostpunk 1 and really enjoyed it, and so we're going to try this one. My voice is a bit low. 1 second. Okay, it's up a little bit now. Actually, what the problem might be is not that my voice is too low, is that the game is too high. So let me turn the game down a little bit. And I'll turn myself up a little bit. And I don't want to hear any complaints about my leadership because of child labor. I was not exploiting those children for profit. They were in comfortable, relatively low-risk food service jobs. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk or enjoy a challenge, you may want to try your luck with the officer or higher difficulty level. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do that. The officer difficulty level. You know what? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. Survivor mode. Survive against all odds. There's no active pause, and your progress will be saved on exit only. No! No! Taking away my pause key? I don't think so.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us.
And then I lost my pants.
New London together.
Oh, this is Old Spoonie. This is my character from the previous game.
We survived 30 years of whiteouts.
It's naked.
But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right. Take it. The
We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
Now, pants. I mean, if you're cold, that would be my first piece of advice. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there was enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. Now, I don't know much about this game, which is going to sound strange at first, but I'm told, or at least I've seen through, I've watched one review of it, spoiler-free, that has said this is a very different game from the first one. Surprisingly so. Surprisingly different, in fact. So that it's relatively... I mean, it's going to be a completely different approach, from what I understand. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons. Why are you all ringing bells? Well, here's Thacko. He wants attention. He hears me talking and he doesn't know what's going on. We will restart the furnace. First, we're going to pause. Frostpunk to an oil wagon and construct an extraction district. Frostbreak area, press T to see tutorial, yes. Initially, you can only build districts in a limited area. The wider terrain is covered in frozen stiff ground, which is impossible to construct upon. To widen the buildable area, you'll need to use snow piercers. Set up Frostbreaking needs by clicking the Frostbreaking icon loaded. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I understand this before I do it. So forgive me if I go a little bit slowly. This is my first time. Okay. So find your way towards the edges of buildable area. Click on the yellow tiles till the circle indicator is full. Click on the tick to confirm and start the construction, or right mouse button to cancel the last choice. Okay. Frostbreak to an oil wagon. So that's an oil wagon. That's an oil wagon. I don't get it. Frostbreaking. I'm left clicking and I don't see anything happening. Hang on. Construct districts post T2C tutorial. Maybe it wants me to go through the tutorials first. In building a district, keep a lookout for the indicator circle, which shows how many tiles you have to click for the construction to start. When it's full, click the tick to confirm. Okay. Extraction and food districts require resources, deposits to be built. Okay. Okay, this is already way different, yeah. I can see that. Thank you, Marcella, very much. Marcella says, thanks for streaming, and don't forget to wear pants, especially if you go outside the house for the game session you are late to. I am wearing pants, which is not always a given during my live streams. Oh, it's starting here. Okay. Starting from the top of the thing. It was the tutorial led me to believe it's starting over here. It says 6 of 8. So I'm guessing I can break more. Actually, no. Hang on. Let's 4, 5, 6, 7. That would break it over to 2 oil barrels. Or we could go over to this one. I like that. Okay, so how do I confirm that? Check mark. Here come the frost breakers. Ongoing construction. I remember in the first game I was very deliberate with my first moves on that game as well. I didn't want to make any mistakes early on because every second in this game is precious. Or at least it feels that way. It feels like every second is absolutely vital to the survival of the colony. And it's not necessarily true. Later on it gets a little more lenient, I think, but it feels like life or death at first. Scraps are a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, funding construction, or when using specific actions. Scraps are collected weekly, so scraps are taxes. Everybody provides their share. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. And use to take scraps. You can use to take scraps action on wanderers, which will increase the number of scraps in your stockpile, but worsen your relations with the wanderers. So it's levying taxes. Or you can give scraps back, which improves relations and trust. Okay. Thank you, Kiljan. Huge fan. I'm so glad you're sounding so much better. Your Ultimate reviews are my favorites, and I go back for a rewatch from time to time. Thank you very much. More tutorial. Okay. No. Construct districts. Oh, so the construction is done. All that. Okay, I didn't see much difference there. Thank you, Trey. Just remember, if you haul up any conical but tentacled, seemingly inert horrors that make your dogs bark non-stop, nuke the site from orbit. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, so temperature's up here. Heat is scarce. Dreadnought wreck. 20. Unfulfilled 20. Oil absent. Okay, so I've got 275 scraps. 750 prefabs. Thank you, Jackson. I don't think anything of the game so far because I've just started. I haven't really done anything yet. I think it's pretty. Okay, so extraction district. Select 3 tiles to construct district. Does it have to connect to this? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't have to, it seems. But then again, okay, so it has to be 3 tiles. Frostpunk an oil wagon and construct an extraction district. Then I suppose we'll connect it. It makes sense to me. Then again, going out to the other thing at Frostbroken 2 also makes sense to me. Okay, so I'll go with my gut and go with this. Can I do another extraction district? Requirements 150 workforce. Okay, so wow, we've got 3,000 people. That's way more than the first Frostpunk that we were dealing with. We were dealing with like numbers in the dozens. In this one, we've got 3,000 people, and 1,800 of them can work. Overall, 65% of the population can work. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing here. Yeah, the max I achieved was around 600 after taking in refugees. But this takes place 30 years after the world froze in the first one, so big time jump. see, Frostbreak area. Let's see if we can. Let's get industrious here. There's nothing else out here. Let's see. I guess that'll do. Dreadnought's furnace. Dreadnought Wreck has a furnace that serves as a heat generator for your population. You need to have fuel to turn on the furnace. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. Once you've recovered it, you can turn on the furnace by clicking the switch next to Dreadnought's furnace. Okay, where is that? Show me where. Okay. Okay. Got it. Furnace uses as much available fuel as is needed to fulfill the heat demand. Vertical indicator on the left shows how much heat demand is fulfilled in gray. The red part remains unfulfilled. Okay, a furnace overdrive, I remember that. Okay. City problems, cold. Cold is measured how well the city is heated? Yeah, no duh. Okay. Emergency shifts. The Wanderers will work deep into the night with little regard for their safety. No need for that. Deactivate district. Okay, so where's my fuel at? I don't see any fuel here at all. Does it have to be extracted? As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of the soul machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and we'll do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. I see. But where is that oil represented? Okay, whatever. I'll figure it'll show up. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover our current needs, but the cold will still affect our people unless they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from wagon wreckages. I see. Already ahead of you on that one. Okay, so that's on. Allowed me to break the ice. We can't construct a district yet. It wants me to, but Okay, alright. Extraction district for the oil. Amount 50K. 50K there as well. We can get a lot of oil. Okay, so let's do an extraction district there. And we'll connect it up. Yeah. Build 2 housing districts. Place the housing districts next to each other or the furnace to reduce heat demand. Well, rotate the camera. Okay. Housing district. Yeah, we're gonna sit next to the heater, so... Oh, those take 6 spaces. Now, is there any benefit to linking our colonies here, our districts? I would think not. Okay, so the ice is broken over here. It says near generator, minus 20 heat. Okay, or plus 20 heat. Housing district. Housing districts. Requires 100 workforce. And we've got enough stuff to do that with. Unpause. See, this is already this is more macro scale than Frostpunk 1. Where in Frostpunk 1 you were building individual tents and housing, like individual housing buildings. This is building entire districts. It feels a lot more like Civilization than Frostpunk. Fiddling around with the camera here. Just waiting for stuff to happen. Construct districts. It still has this highlighted like it's trying to get my attention. Oh, it is trying to get my attention. Okay. Output and demand. The city's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. I'm not going to read all this to you, just follow along with me. Let's see. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. However, a working district also increases demand for resources needed to sustain its operations. Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. When output equals demand, you'll see a golden icon for the golden resources on the top bar. When the output is higher than demand, you'll see a positive number next to the icon. When it's no good, it's red. Districts and buildings mostly increase heat and materials demand. Constructing any type of structure requires prefabs. There are prefabricated building components assembled at the construction site into buildings, hubs, or whole districts. When you run out of prefabs, try demolishing one of the existing districts, hubs, or buildings to get back all the prefabs used for their construction. There are various district abilities available for the player in district panels, such as emergency shifts. Some district abilities are available from the beginning of the game, however, others can be unlocked by constructing specific buildings, signing laws, or waiting for certain events to happen in a district, such as a protest or a rally. Okay. Pay attention to where you construct districts, as area effects may give them positive or negative effects. Area effects are caused by environmental disturbances, the natural lay of the land, or the surface. Okay, approximately other districts. Area effects are applied. Okay, this is critical. Okay, so they're applied when at least 3 district tiles are located within it. Okay, so that was important to know. It's beneficial to place housing districts near other housing districts to benefit from mutual heating. Okay. Alright, so we've done that. Unpause. Get out of this. Let's see what our total demand. We've established some heat and shelter for our people. We must turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must prospect to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. Let's see. Frostpunk to fertile soil. Build a food district on fertile soil. Where is that? Fertile soil is a ways away. Seal colony. Huh. It's a long way away. Is there nothing closer? There is nothing closer. Okay. Okay, so frost breaking starting, I guess, here. And let's keep going this way. Yeah, the concept is much... I think it is multi-settlement from what I saw in the review that I saw, but it's not yet. Right now we're only on one settlement. But it's much wider in scale than Frostpunk 1 was. Frostpunk, we were like... Frostpunk was like, this generator here was our whole world. And everything was built in like a radius around that one generator. Everything. In this one, we're ranging out a lot more. But, yeah, let's break the ice. I want to see the numbers here. Shelter 15 from housing district. The ice is gonna break. I don't see a window like it showed me in the tutorial where there was there was a big gold number that showed me how good things were. Like if there's a surplus, there's a gold number, and if there's a deficit, there's a red one. Okay, so 40. So there's no deficit and there's no surplus. It's we're at equilibrium here. So it's minus 40 heat demand, plus 20 from being near a generator, plus 20 for being near another housing district. So we're at equilibrium. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm going slowly, but I want to make sure I'm doing this right. After all, we're not on the easy difficulty. We're on officer difficulty, so we're going hardcore. Even though there's 2 higher difficulties than this. Food district. Demand 30 heat, requires 200 workforce. That's a lot. Output 45 food, 80 food. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be like a satellite district that's not connected in any way to the other ones. So I don't know how they're going to get heat or if that's even important to them. Build a food district on fertile soil. Okay, so we're working on that. Do we want to start expanding out to another one? Because we can. But I don't want to spread myself too thin. Let's just wait until it tells us what it wants us to do. Let's follow the tutorial for now. Let's not go for extra credit here. Let's just do what it tells us to do. Disease notable diminishing. Extremely increased by cold. Significantly increased by hunger. Okay. 16 registered as sick. That's not too bad, really. Unresolved problems in a city can make its workforce absent. Part of its workforce absent. Okay. They will rejoin the available workforce upon decreasing disease in the city or after being cured in hospitals. The injured will rejoin the available workforce over time. Okay. Shelter. Population needs shelter to survive. If not provided, cold will aggressively rise in the city. Is there any shelter we don't... Are we not fulfilling that? Okay, so that's the... Okay, that number up there is how much shelter we need. And how much is available, how much is demanded. Okay. Okay, so we're at a deficit when it comes to shelter. We need more housing. And food is scarce. Okay. But I can't... Oh, I have to break the ice to get more, I have to get more room for the housing district. Are there speed controls? Oh, I can go faster if I wanted to. Okay. Let's speed up a little bit. We secured our immediate survival. We now have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our current demand. We must be ready. We're not stockpiling food. Stockpile 40,000 food to survive the whiteout. Okay. Show me this. Let's see. So they don't need heat. Apparently, only the housing districts demand heat. Oh, no, they do. Base demand 30, heat demand 30 from food district. Heat from the generator needed to warm the buildings. If not enough heat is produced to meet this demand, cold will increase. Okay. Can I frost break more than one group at a time? I think I did that before just now. 4, 5, 6. Okay, speed up. Running out of prefabs. Okay, alright, so pause. Pause is so vital in this, I can't imagine playing this on survival mode. Near housing district. Can we frost break even more? We cannot. Not in this direction, at least. We have to wait for this frost breaking to happen. But we could go this way. There's no reason to do that. That's just oil. We don't need oil yet. Unless we're going for the seal colony. Alright. Okay, this district is being built up. Pause. 18K. We need a lot of food. I'm already worried about the time frame we've got to work with here. 40,000 is a lot of food. Wait, I forgot to build. I gotta build. I just don't know if I want to go this way or go this way, if it matters. Alright. Okay, we're out of prefab stuff. Okay, we've got oil coming in. 2 registered as sick. That's not too bad. We're doing okay. How much food do we got coming? We're at minus 15 food. Pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times, the soil is depleting. A couple more and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on, and the yield is so low, either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. Pause. Emergency shifts. Production efficiency is increased. Trust falls. I don't see a need to do that just yet. This district is almost built. I think we'll be okay. It's an optional requirement here. Instruct the Wanderers to tighten belts. How do I do that? Is that what tighten belts is? I don't know what this slider does. Wanderers, tighten belts. Wanderers will ration the food to save money, to save more for the whiteout, intentionally going hungry so there's more for later. Hunger is significantly increased. Food demand per capita is decreased. Take scraps. We're out of money and we're out of prefabs though. I just don't think we need it. At least I don't see it helping all that much. What's the other button next to the power button? demolish the district and all its buildings. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so we've got a surplus going. Barely, but it is going. Maintenance wagon. Fertile soil. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Okay, so we're ranging. Let's see if we can build a new district. 70 prefab. We can just do it. Time in. Resource deposit nearly depleted. Okay, so this is why we would want to dismantle a district if it's just completely depleted. 160 prefabs remaining, 8 weeks. Against the elements. Each day, the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly, it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we will need. This is the world we know. Provide more materials to reduce squalor before it harms our people. Okay. Okay, wait. Maintain infrastructure. Build an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Huh? Extract enough materials to satisfy your district's demand. Oh boy. That's a maintenance wagon. I think I'm already doing this, so... What is this? Hang on, what is this? That's not a wagon, that's something else. Or is it? No, that's the base being built. I don't know. Free advice, start Frostpunk towards that oil deposit at the end of the canyon. This one? Well, we are going that way. And there's a seal colony with 400k food just waiting to be clubbed. Okay. Let's see if building that extraction district here will satisfy the maintained infrastructure demand. We're running out of workforce. That's another problem. Construction wagon. Digging out this whole valley here. Or rather the canyon. Not the valley. Heading to the valley. Stockpile's ready in 187 weeks at current rate. Oh, Jesus. See, we gotta pull way back to see everything that's going on. We're not gonna make it at this rate. Good work. We're now gathering enough materials to maintain our districts. Okay. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. Let's focus on food. Okay, that did it. We got a surplus. For now. Wait, where's the frost breaking going on here? Seal colony. Don't forget to build food storage, otherwise you suddenly stop building your stockpile despite having a surplus. Uh-oh. Construct hubs. What the heck? Food stockpile hub. Requirements 100 workforce, 15k stockpile capacity. I'm gonna need a lot of these. I'm gonna need at least 3. At least, well, I don't know how much I can store without a stockpile hub. What's my storage capacity right now? I think it'll tell you if you hover over a food resource. Food. 10,000, so I need to build at least 2 hubs to stockpile that much food. Okay, thank you for that. I would not have realized that. Requires 68 more workforce. Okay, well we're not hurting for that yet. We're doing a lot of frost breaking right now. Now what? Looking at our grandchildren playing. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are willing to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. We're not there yet, pal. "18 sick people have returned to work." Resource deposit nearly depleted. Yeah, so far this is a vastly different game from the first Frostpunk. I mean, it feels spiritually the same, but mechanically much, much different. I think we need the resources more than anything right now. How much oil do we have? Are we dealing with enough oil here? Extraction district. Oil remaining, 100 weeks. Okay, we've got enough oil for now. Workforce. Does it have any requirements? Like, it only needs one spot to build. Okay, so let's keep it close. Seals! I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat here to feed everybody. We're saved. But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too? The seal colony can supplement our food production. It's gonna have to, Oh, it's optional. Slaughtering the seals is optional. It's just gonna make me feel like a bad person for doing it. I'm pausing again. I think we may not have to. I think if we build extraction districts, where did the food go? Oh, food district. Doi. Requires 40 more prefabs. Oh, we need more. Okay, so we gotta wait for this to finish. Time in. Okay, we gotta deconstruct this. Okay, there's no access to resource deposit, so we're gonna deconstruct this district and all its buildings. That takes time. Birdemic reference, I like it. Shazam. See, I don't see any seals. I guess they're too small to be seen from this scale. Okay, so we got another manufacturing district going on. Okay. One of our frostbreaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Sorry. Perhaps you have heard of this New London before and can settle our debate. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. This will create a dystopia in which New London has embraced order to survive. New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the guidance of a zealous clergy. Oh boy. This will create a continuity in which New London is leaned on either order or faith to survive. This just seems like it's a pick for me option in case I can't choose between order and faith. I think we did a dictatorship before. We didn't go with the religious zealotry. Or did we? I can't even remember now. I'm pretty sure I went full dictator. Dictatorships are okay when it's me in charge. In fairness, I never went power mad. Thank you. Oh, I think we got enough for a new district. Hang on, food district. Yes. We are now broke. Okay, we're waiting for this to get dismantled so we can build yet another food district. That's going away. Alright. That only gave us 73 back. Bummer. There will be order. Colder season, heat demand has increased. Uh-oh. That wind is getting colder. It's coming. Uh-oh. Pause it. 100 demand unfulfilled. Generator. Fuel mix shows what types of fuels are currently used in the generator and how much heat they provide. The generator uses as much available fuels as needed to fulfill heat demand in the city. I can turn the overdrive on, but for how long? How long is this gonna last? This cold snap. It's still not enough. Is there any way to improve the generator? Oh boy, that's already moving way faster than I wanted. Oh boy. Wait, minus 97. Huh? Does it take time to heat up? No. Wait, we got enough prefabs for more. Do I build on the oil, or do I build... We've got enough oil for the current generator, but... The generator's not putting up enough heat. We are not going to make it at this rate. And even the overdrive generator here is not cutting the mustard. Not happy about this. Stockpile's already in 66 weeks at the current rate. Cutting it close. Left alt economy overlay. Oh. Uh-oh, something happened here. Stockpile's ready in 40 weeks at current rate. Oh no! That's bad. That's real bad. Yeah, emergency shift time. Oh boy. "36 weeks at current rate." That's only one on going double time. Why am I going out of my way to protect these effing seals? How much do I need for a stockpile hub? Well, I've already got one food stockpile built, so this is the second one. That should be all I need. That's at maxed out 40,000. This is making me nervous. But we're out of workforce, by the way. Everyone is working. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Yeah, I hear you. Our hunters blame us for ignoring the seal colony and claim it would have been able to provide enough food for everyone. It's too late for that now. Many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? Look at the seal. We will gather enough food in time. If you fail, the consequences will be dire. We'll make it. We'll make it. It's getting colder. Oh, shit. I gotta save again. If you have enough resources, destroy a material gathering spot so you can build an oil one instead. Oh, geez. Shazam, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you up so late. I'm pausing. Hang on. People are telling me to build on that oil reserve, and I don't see why. But they wouldn't tell me unless they knew something I didn't. So I don't know what to do. I don't have the workforce to do that unless I shut down an extraction district. We are just gonna make it at this rate, but not sure what's it. Non-emergency shift. Deactivate district. See, if I deactivate the district, I can get the workforce back. I've got enough resources, I think, to build that fuel district. Yeah, I can do it if I shut down this district. Let's build it. Let me shut down this district. Oh, resource deposit nearly depleted. This may not be a problem for much longer. Yeah, we got 8 weeks left on this prefab district. If we don't freeze to death first. Speaking of, I gotta shut down the generator pretty soon. What happened to Fallout London? I kind of lost interest in it. I hate to say it. There was nothing wrong with it, really. Deadly cold. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen up. 30 froze to death. Oh, shit. There's nothing I can do. This is like July in Minnesota. We mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. Trust and relations fall every time people die. I see. But there's nothing I can do. Resource deposit nearly depleted. 18 weeks. Okay, we're just kind of waiting here. Wait for something to happen. Actually, we're waiting for me to turn this generator off. I don't want to go over 75. I feel like I'm really pushing it if I redline it that far. Two registered as sick. Why can't you go higher? Okay, we're out of juice here, so let's deconstruct this site. And build here. Okay. Oh, the cold got less bad. It got warmer, that is. I'm going to turn the overdrive off in a second. Thank you, Vash. I hope you have a good day at work. Oh my god, that made it so much worse. Oh, Jesus. And it's not getting any better. That's because you got rid of the material extraction site. It takes heat to run. Okay, that did get better. Let me power this down then, because if it takes heat, I can turn it off. I don't need the oil just yet. Wait, that made it worse. How does that make it worse? Why did turning the district on make it better? Never mind. Yeah, it takes 30 heat to run, but if I turn it off, this gets worse. I don't get why that's true. Increase heat output to fulfill this demand. Damn it. That's getting bad. Sorry there's not a lot of interesting happening on the screen. We're just kind of staring at this overhead view. It's not a lot happening. I'm trying to focus where the action is, but really there's not much. I'm just eyeing the damage on my generator. It's not like we're getting attacked by barbarians yet. I get the feeling that's not outside the realm of possibility here. said we're shaving it close. Yeah, I could speed up time, but I don't... Well, I guess there's no reason not to. And the soil is no more. Pack it in. Uh-oh. I'm not going to make it at this rate now. It didn't take into account the fact that the food supplies could run out. I'm not going to make it. That's game. That's the whole ball game. I can't build the thing in time to get the seals. It's going to take weeks to build that site on the seals. I can try. Tighten belts, I guess. I got no other options here. I got no other, there's no other soil. We gotta club the seals. We're not gonna make it. It's only 5 weeks. We're fucked. It didn't warn me about this. Five weeks! 5 weeks! Oh my god! Oh man. We're just gonna miss it. Club the seals harder. We're gonna be short by like a couple of days. You know what? If we reload, we're gonna have to reload if we're gonna make it.
Stuart?
We gotta club them seals. 200 workforce. All right. Let's shut down the district. Oh my god, there's 2 sick people. Make it so I can't build the fucking... Ugh. I need 200 workforce to build the food district to club the seals. But 2 of them are sick. And I can't do it otherwise. Okay, so what do I do? I could deactivate 2 districts or run it at 90% capacity, maybe? Is that what this is? Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have enough prefabricating components. I see. Yeah, there's no other choice but to club the seals. Oh, this is tense. Oh shit, I forgot. My generator's probably overheating. Okay, it's on, but only at 49%, 50. You can't say I didn't try to save the seals. I did try. But there literally just wasn't enough food available. Okay, so we're at an equilibrium point, kind of. So let's overwrite. I do have 2 stockpiles, right? Well, we lost a ton of people from our workforce to freezing. We seriously lost like 20 people in the workforce. You have to pick one, either club the seals or tighten belts or extra shifts or sacrificing the elders. Well, sacrificing the elders was not an option. I'm not going to do that. old people are boring anyway. And they smell like soup. Okay. Hate to do it, but I gotta turn this off. Ah, it's so much worse. Let's power this off. That didn't help much at all. At least you don't hear the pained and tortured screams of the seals from this distance, you know? Our workers and frost-breaking crews have begun to suffer casualties from exposure. They're asking us to provide more heating before the cold takes a further toll. We know we need to bring in as much food as possible for the whiteout, one elder said, but we can't just let people freeze in the meantime. Extracting enough oil will allow us to produce heat, while building enough housing will protect our people from the cold. Yeah, I've got that, but... better that some get frostbite than everyone's starving. People will continue to die as long as cold remains a problem. I hate to tell them this, but it's... I mean... I've got no other options here. That's no good. Yeah. Three weeks, huh? And now we're gonna make it. They're not gonna be happy with me, but they're gonna make it. We did it! We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try to keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. Now we wait. Okay, shut this district down. Stop the seal clubbing. Stop it! Okay. I know I fell silent there. I'm trying to consider my next move here. My next move is basically to wait for more prefab parts to come filtering in so I can build that oil district down here. But that's mainly just the waiting game. So let me make a new save. Destroy the extractor districts you don't need. Well, I need them both. I guess I could destroy them now and just build the oil district without it. Yeah, that's a good point. $53 prefabs. How much does it cost to build an oil extraction district? 70. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Okay. You talked me into it. Gotta make sure I'm not redlining my generator anymore. Okay. Good, good. Yeah, there is no way to do a morally clean run in this game. I tried to do it with my conscience completely clear. No seals clubbed. All the elders survived. Can't do it. Literally impossible. There is just literally not enough resources to go around. Decrease efficiency. Why? Don't decrease efficiency. Do what I said. Clubbing the seals is unavoidable, but it's actually more moral than the option of outright wiping out the seals entirely, which is what the grayed out option could sacrifice elders. Okay. That helped the heat immensely, shutting down those extraction districts. But it's still taking its toll. I could shut down one of these. Yeah. So all we gotta do is wait. We're finally at equilibrium again. Wait, what is this colony? Food district. Okay, so we can shut this down as well. The whiteout is here. Preparations are over. 730? Yeah. When the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that the journey will lead to the promised land. The elders have added this story to our great tales alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived. Ensure the wanderer's survival while... never mind. Now what? War never changes. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. Coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. But is it the same future for all? This is the classic Frostpunk look here. The hub city. All huddled around that generator. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Okay. We're paused. We got 3 factions now. Things have expanded immensely. The New Londoners, the Stalwarts, and the Frostlanders. Okay. Coal left around New London, new deposits needed. Frostbreak to a shallow coal stream and construct an extraction district. Turn on the generator. Construct new housing districts to address the lack of shelter. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem that way. Merit. What is this? Some resources can be stockpiled when the city runs a surplus of a resource, meaning output is bigger. Okay. People in your city form communities. Trust shows how much confidence people have in you as a leader in your decision making. Mainly consists of relations with communities and factions. Okay. Zeitgeist. Cool word. Zeitgeist means spirit of time. Yeah. Construct new housing districts to address the lack of shelter. See, nothing we're gonna do takes place in this city at all. Everything we do is gonna be like is external districts. Whereas before, we would be focused, dead focused on this building right here. You know, this immediate area. In this game, we're past all that. Like, this is just a center dot. Constructing buildings, Research Institute. Council Hall. Requires 200 workforce? Jesus. Frozen Forest. Frostbreak to a shallow coal stream. What is this? Frozen Forest. Deep Frozen Forest. Old way station. Ruins of an old way station battered down during the whiteout years. We can restore it as a rear base for exploration efforts. Okay. Six, 7, 8. That's pretty good. Not a whole lot on these prefabs, though. 400. There's a lot of coal here. 60K. That's pretty good. Okay. How much coal do we have? I'm guessing not much. Prefabs, cores. I don't see coal as a resource. I'm just trying to see if we can turn the generator on now. No fuel. Absolutely none. But the captain really fell asleep on the job if he let it get this bad. So we can frostbreak a lot of different areas here. Let's start heading towards one of these, what is this? Exploration zone here. Old way station. I can't figure out where to mouse over to see the description. It's weird. I can't get it to stay. It won't, the pop-up won't stay, the tooltip, that is. Okay, we're out of food too, so we gotta work on that. We gotta work on everything, really. Materials. Okay, that's different from goods. Prefabs. I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to expand first. Deep fertile soil requires... Build a logistics district here to access the Frostland. Sheltered from wind, plus 20 heat. Resource materials. Okay, okay. How much frost breaking can I do here? 200. Say as long as I have the workforce, I can do. It costs 30 heat stamps, which is the money. Okay, so I got to be careful with that. It's not free. But that's still worth blasting out. And so I'm going to do another one. We got to head towards where the food is. Does it say how much food there is here? No, it doesn't. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's save.
Hero Steward.
Actually, hang on. Let me see. Fund projects requires 207 heat stamps, which is half my money, to improve my relationship with the Frostlanders. Raise funds or demand funds. Requires 41 more guard squads.
Steward.
My name's Spoonie, not Stewart. Publicly announce your support for this faction. They will gain members and potentially secure additional seats in the council. Condemn them. Mobilize enforcers.
Hear us, Steward. Steward, you hear us, Steward?
Through technological progress, New London will thrive. De-radicalize the stalwarts. The community will encourage the former members to leave the faction they've joined. Some members will leave the stalwarts. Heat stamps are a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frostbreaking, funding construction, or when using specific actions. Okay. It's money. Construct buildings, and if there's an empty building spot inside them. Initially, you don't have many buildings available for construction. However, the Research Institute is a building that is always available from the beginning of the game. It provides you with access to the idea tree and a cumulative bonus to research speed. So it's good to have then. Okay. Right. Stuart! Tension is notable. It's boiling over. You can see that too, by the way. It's boiling. And the music swells. I'm just vibing out to the music right now, man. Logistics district? Sense charting expeditions? Okay, so you got that's what you put on the on those navigation points there. Those special areas. Processes materials into prefabs or goods, can produce other resources with additional infrastructure. Well, that about covers it then. Nice. Okay, so that's coal. We gotta construct housing, though. Sheltered from wind. Okay. Housing district. I can build it right into the cliff face here. Okay, that's 2 housing districts. That's got to put a dent in it at least. Frost break another area here. Let's see. Frozen forest. Okay, so this is already broken out. We've got this covered. The tooltips are bugged out, actually. Let me reload my game. Okay, so we were building housing districts just now. We're building an extraction district there. We were going to frost break something out here, but that may not be necessary because it's already been built out. This is already good. Yeah, the tooltip was bugged out. Reloading fixed it, it looks like. See, we got a lot of labor force. None of them are working. Let's see. Let's see if we can get to Research Institute or Council Hall. Research Institute. Demand 20 heat though. That's gonna hurt. I don't see where I can build it though. I don't see any alternatives here. It must not be an option yet. 400 workforce, that is a chunk of people though. Output 20 shelter. I need more, even more housing districts. I only built, thank you, Channel Stupendous. Good to be here. Okay, so if we're 70 in the hole, and each one provides 20, I gotta build 2 more at least. Okay, so that did it. That should do it, rather. Do I want to frost break out anywhere else? The answer is yes, but where? Do I want to go this way? I just don't know. Am I going too fast, too far? Or too far, too fast, rather, too quickly. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so how much does a food district get us? Let's take a look at this. Output 50 food. We need 2 food districts at least. food district here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's that. Let's save. We got a good startup here. Well, we can zoom out a long way. Woo! Time has resumed, believe it or not. Right now we're just looking at a bunch of cooldown meters here because we're building a ton of stuff. Pause again. I want to frost break more. I want to break out this area here. Time in. Okay. So excited to get this generator running. City is losing heat fast. Will the steward manage? Going as fast as we can. The captain is nude and dead. Pause. Extraction district. Near extraction district. Yeah, that'll do it. Tension. Tension is located at the very middle of the bottom of the screen. It is portrayed by an orb that can fill with black liquid as tension rises through the city. Yeah, I gathered that. Thank you, Big Jack Films. Everything is great. Expanding districts. This is critical here, I think, here. Expand districts to increase their scale, both in terms of size and capabilities. Expanded districts are more efficient and provide additional building slots. Select a district to open its panel and click on the expand button. Uh-huh. Hold on. Okay, you got to do that to provide building slots. Okay. Be mindful that housing districts have no building slots upon construction, contrary to all other types of districts. That is why you need to expand such a district at least once to be able to construct any buildings inside it. as opposed to other types of districts. I'm looking at the little video here that's playing here because okay, so I would want to do that to create buildings. And this goes in housing. It goes in a housing district. So what I would want to do is expand a housing district if I wanted to create the research lab. Costs 50 heat stamps to do that, though. That's half my money. Okay, I can't afford that then at this point. Yeah, I can't afford it. Okay, we got housing. We're covered on that front. We got to start the generator up. No fuel. Whatever do you mean? I've got... Good work, Steward. We have secured a new coal deposit as part of the last vein in New London. There are still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently, but the city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. We must choose a solution. Pause. Wait, no. Now it's paused. Output 230, which is just barely enough to keep us happy. Fuel mix. Stockpile stagnant. Okay. Let's see. Coal. We're at minus 110, so we're losing coal. But we're gonna get more here in a second. We're gonna get 120 more coal with this district. If I wanted to get more prefabs, I could build here. But that'll drain my heat. Food district, empty building slot. Industrial district processes materials into prefabs or goods. sorry, I'm just trying to decide what to do here. I suppose it couldn't hurt to... Well, I gotta save my money for a research institute. It's gonna take every cent I have, though.
The steward appreciates all your adoring letters and will answer personally in due time.
Do not write the steward, though. Oh, that's cool. The housing, like I said, remember when I said I built the housing district into the cliff face? You can see that they've built it into the cliff face. They got like a high-rise, multi-level thing of housing here. So that it's sheltered from the wind. They've gone vertical. Okay, so I can expand a housing district now. So let's say we did this one. Okay. Yes. Housing district is undergoing expansion, so it's going to take time. What happened? Oh, I gotta... This got built.
Steward.
The generator wakes. A child is born. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on its head again. This is the heart of the city, our last line of defense against the cold. Our first hope for a future. Any future. Steward, there's a couple who says their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. They asked that you bless her. You gave us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. Very well, I bless you, Lily May. May your life be warm and wind spare your paths. Okay, so the housing district just got expanded. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, they've expanded. Okay, so that's where it'll go. You'd think there'd already be one of those in that city there. That huge, bustling city. But apparently the old captain let everything go to shit. Drive safe, Jackson. Build a research institute. Okay. We can now think of things. Yay!
Steward!
Hear us, Steward.
A small crowd gathers outside the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The stalwarts and new Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust with developing their idea. Okay. We need new ideas to move forward. However, different communities may propose diverging answers on the same issue. They will only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Okay. Coal mines. Housing insulation. Okay, so it costs money to research the ideas. How can we make housing districts more heat efficient? Asbestos. Always the best solution. How can we mine more coal? Dust coal mine. Constructed in expansion districts. Mining operation where residue coal dust is sucked up and compressed into briquettes to make maximum use of the resource. No one shares this idea. So no one wants this. The Frostlanders want to do that. The New Londoners want to do a blasting coal mine, using explosive drilling to rapidly exploit coal deposits, generating noxious fumes. $180 coal output. 300. That requires more workforce. This requires less workforce. Squalor is increased. Okay. So I want anything that requires less workforce and it produces more coal. It does require more of a material outlay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. And I am out of cash. Okay, so research an idea for new coal mines. 5 registered as sick. Weeks to research the blasting coal mine. So we're pretty much just waiting for the research to go through. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I want to get a drink, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Beware of frostbite. Keep your face and ears covered.
Boy, these kids today, they think they know what cold is. They weren't here for the first game. That was cold, I tell you what. Cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey. I don't even know what that means. Hang on. Can I build... Good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source to us, you know. To us, you're a symbol of what should be. Unbending, unyielding fortitude. May we all stand so bold against the frost. The generator is revered and respected by the stalwarts. Look at all that. That's beautiful. Such wonderful chaos. suppose I'll speed up until the research is done. Not much to do, you know. Blasting coal mine. New building proposed by New Londoners. Extraction. Blasting coal mine. Requires 80 heat stamps, 300 workforce. Wow. Okay. Let's put it as far away from the city as possible. Yeah, relations. Yeah, my drink is already gone.
Remember to keep your heat lamp maintained.
With the new mine, the impending doom of depleting coal is postponed, yet differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle them. He didn't live to see it through. It falls to you, steward. The people of New London want a say in how it's run. The first decision whether you should continue to lead the city. Build the council hall, pass a vote of confidence. Oh boy. Okay. Every time I get a little bit of cash, something sucks me dry. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years. Yeah, those were good days. But those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhered to what they claimed was his vision for New London. Progress, merit, and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Then there are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history, but they keep to the shadows for now. The attack from the Jedi has left me scarred and deformed. When you return to the council in the future, you will be able to propose new laws to vote upon. But for now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. Be careful if you fail, this will be the end of your rule. I see. You are tolerated. That's actually, you know, in terms of political approval ratings, tolerated, that's above water. My polling numbers are really good. I love democracy. Well, let's negotiate so we can do the tutorial. Negotiations. Not all laws you have proposed will have widespread support. You can negotiate to have a better chance of a vote passing. After choosing a group to negotiate with, you can decide what to promise them in exchange for voting along with your proposal. Negotiate with New Londoners. Frostlanders and New Londoners. My terms, vote for. To put less pressure on workers, workplaces must keep machines powered around the clock and adjust working hours accordingly. Logistics bay where machines... I'm sorry, I lost my focus there. 500 workforce? I don't have that many people. Okay, so that's me held up as the leader. Yay!
The votes are in. The measure passes.
I am your new king. A steward you shall remain, then. Good. There are challenges ahead.
Take heed.
No decent people want this machine-centric shift's rubbish. Why would someone promise such nonsense? Base heat demand of housing districts is decreased. I don't have the money, I don't think. Wait, no, I do. Oh, research. I was clicking on the button. I should click on research idea. I was clicking on the arrow. guess I should save after passing my vote. Okay, so let's hang on. Let's instead of just staring at a blank screen, let's try to have a plan here. Research machine-centric shifts. Promise to New Londoners. Time left 37 weeks. Okay, so that's the plan. I should have done that first. Let's, actually, let's... It's this area here that, intrigues me. With the prefabs. But I don't have enough cash or the workforce to do it. I could shut down one of these coal plants. I'm making a surplus as it is. Hang on, let me see what happens if I shut it down. If I build a extraction district there, I can get more resources. And this will still be there, it's just powered down. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Let's speed up time a bit.
The stalwarts have once again calibrated all city clocks. Please ensure all personal timepieces are aligned.
Consider yourself frostbitten. Colder season. Oh no.
For colder temperatures, take action.
I may have to restart this coal plant again. Now I'm losing coal. New passive boost proposed by Frostlanders. Asbestos lining. Great. No, I want. How do? Where's the? Where's the thing I was supposed to vote on? Oh, okay, there's different trees. Okay. Oh. Oh, man. This is overwhelming. Frostlanders want weather-adjusted shifts. I did promise this, so... As a politician, I always keep my promises.
Any unusual noises coming from the generator. Routine maintenance work is underway.
Running out of coal. Okay, so this is still going. I don't have enough people to work these, to work all these jobs. I need more people. Build the logistics districts on an old way station. Okay, so I can do that. I can do that. Let's whoops. Cindy's Paul went and got her a governess like she's gonna be a duchess or something. Not in our watch. We all rough the little bitch all right. Ferguson's boys are in this too. I'm gonna stop the accent. If they try and wife us again tonight, we'll pull razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. Okay, the lack of a law regulating childhood is causing tension to rise throughout the city. Regulating childhood? Okay. Well, I can fix that as soon as I get... we can only think of one thing at a time. Figures I gotta do a whole frost breaking operation for this one hex. Just this one. Okay. The New Londoners are delighted you kept your word. They now look upon your rule more positively and consider you a leader with integrity. They don't know me very well, do they? Okay, so how do we regulate childhood? What do we do about the children's? Oh, laws. New law available. Voting in 9 weeks, 6 days. You are accepted. Hang on, wait. I thought this had already passed. I thought just by thinking of it, it became the law. So I have to come up with the idea first, and then we have to vote on it. Well, let's see what happens if we just vote.
The eyes have it.
Machine-centric shifts is now in force.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes hold.
What do we do about the children's? Where is there even a youth? Young adults are encouraged to experiment free from arbitrary bounds and judgments. Trust rises slightly. Unlocks the Youth Employment Program City ability, which bolsters the city's workforce but decreases Heat Stamp's income. I like it. I am all for this. An hour-long break for a machine, an hour-long break for me. Soon machines will dictate when I go to the loo. I'm liberating the youth to get a job. They're free to work. Or as in they're working for free. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? Oh, we gotta... I lost focus. I got to, I gotta build a logistics district. Yeah. We're going way out of the city limits here. So I'm coming to this game just off of Stardew Valley. This is quite a different game than Stardew Valley. Thank you, Dale Robson.
Help us keep you warm. Report all leaks and damages to the nearest maintenance office.
Ooh, population influx. Let's fire up this plant here. Get to work.
Stupid.
A new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the frost line, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city to reflect these new numbers. Okay. Well, right now we're just waiting on the logistics district to get finished building, because the game told us to. So we can find a permanent source of fuel outside the city. We can now survey the frozen lands around New London and find a source of fuel to ensure its future. I see. Overpopulation and dwindling fuel reserves forced many residents of New London to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around a small hot spring. Its inhabitants wait for conditions to improve enough for them to return home. Welcome these people back into the city. I'm gonna have to build a bunch more housing districts for that, aren't I? Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what all these buttons do here. Got a lot of new buttons.
Logistic District is now operational. First expeditions in search for fuel will be launching shortly.
Stewart.
Steward. You hear us, Steward?
Stewart?
Steward. He's Steward.
What? Steward. 5 children are dead and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met for what they called a rumble. Most of the children were armed with knives. The fighting escalated to a full-scale battle. As the parents of the deceased mourn, many insist these children should not have been left unattended. Well, maybe the parents should have been involved. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared-for youth. Some areas are beginning to be dangerous even for adults. I will resolve this issue. You have 30 weeks to either pass one of family apprenticeship or mandatory school. Okay, so hang on. I have to figure out here. I'm at a net loss when it comes to housing. So if I'm going to take those people in, I got to build more housing. It wasn't us. It was the warriors. That's a lot of people. What do you think, the Frozen Bay or the Foothills? Or the Gorge? But that one's much more dangerous. The area had an old coal mine, though. Maybe there's leftover coal there still. Huh. I thought we wanted to get away from coal. That's my only... That's why I'm hesitating to go to the Foothills. Because it mentions a coal mine in the Foothills. Frozen Bay. Over 30 years ago, the Imperial exploration colony landed here to build the region's generators. A few heavily dismantled piers stick out of the ice, a faded reminder of their short-lived purpose. What do you think, Bay or Foothills? Nobody has any ideas. Okay. There's no rewards that I can see. There's no guarantees either way. Possible findings, Frostland dwellers. Oh. Prefabs, cores, Frostland dwellers. Okay, Foothill seems like a better way to go. Time to chart 15 weeks, 5 days. Okay. Oh man, how long have we been going? A few hours at least. My trust level just went down with somebody. Liberated youth placed on council agenda by stalwarts. Pass any law in the childhood category. Hang on, so let me population growth, research speed. I don't see why. I don't see where the childhood thing is. Maybe I just keep going this way. Parents will give away their children to city-run facilities to ensure their well-being, leaving them free to concentrate on the needs of the city. Percentage of active workers is significantly increased. Population growth is marginally decreased. Parents will give away their children to city-run facilities. That's fucking evil. That's just wrong. But it's the only way to, like, it's nobody else has any ideas. Maintenance duty housing block. I just don't see anything that has to do with children. Young adults are encouraged to experiment free from arbitrary bounds and judgments. Unlocks the youth employment program, which bolsters the city's workforce but decreases. Okay. Their terms. City development effort. Everyone must support the construction of prefabs to help the production of the city. Main district produces a small amount of prefabs. This is a step towards progress. Research building actuated heat dispatcher. Heat dispatching control center where engineering teams use automated actuators to tune up district heating, boosting generators output. That's good. Squalor is slightly increased. Everything I'm doing is increasing squalor.
Hear ye, hear ye. The votes are in. The measure passes.
I've got to build at least 2 more shelters. 2 more housing districts, really 3. I need prefabs badly. Processes materials into prefabs or goods. Requirements. Which materials do I have? $600 workforce for that. Yikes. Oh, the ideas. Yeah. I agreed to do a heat dispatcher. $100. Ay caramba. Okay. Stewart, ever since we've introduced the liberated youth gatherings, groups of young people have started forming around the city. One such group, calling themselves the Captain's Vanguard Collective, quite the name from a bunch of kids, has come with a request. Wildflower, Tin Man, Zeke, and I melded our minds and bodies during our local gathering, said one. We want to make beautiful art to celebrate this and praise the city for bringing us together. They want to erect a striking monument that will raise the city's and your esteem in people's eyes. They only need some resources to make it happen. I don't think they need to... I don't need a statue in my honor. Especially not one from the kids whose minds and bodies melded during their local gathering. I must reject their idea. Ha! Sent those degenerate kids packing. Shame. Youth initiatives deserve attention. I'm still stuck on this childhood law idea. The crime problem in New London continues to worsen. Scarcity of goods may drive people to acts of crime when they don't see other ways to obtain necessities. Yeah, I know what crime is. Watchtowers and prisons might become necessary. It is also worth examining if our laws are helping us fight crime. We need a Batman. It may be difficult to ensure order as the population rises. If crime runs rampant, people might be injured or killed. Tensions will grow and radicals among us will grow in popularity.
Please do not be scandalized by the liberated youth's behavior. Their experiments pave the way for a brighter future.
Please do not be scandalized. Okay, so hang on. We gotta... We're not doing anything right now, so we gotta have a plan here. What should we be doing? I've got a lot of workforce available. And we're running out of food. Okay, so that's a plan. We gotta have food. And my coal is low. Well, it's nothing I can do about that. Everything I have is... I've got all the coal tied up. I think. Yeah, all the coal's accounted for. It's going to be a drag on my heats, though. But I think I've got to do it. Prefabs production. Prefabs can be stretched for deposits are brought from the way at Frostland, but such resources have limits. That man is not wearing pants. Steward, during a routine medical examination performed by stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a cough could endanger the city. That's gone now. We've adapted, one said. No point in continuing this invasion of privacy. The stalwarts maintain that regular physicals help ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health, one foreman pushed back. We've had epidemics in the past. We mustn't allow another one. For the sake of safety, no one can afford to be bashful. We have more pressing matters to deal with. I don't know. I have to pick a side. Picking no side makes things worse with everybody. I honestly don't know. If it were me... Okay, if it were me, if I'm role-playing this, let me role-play this. I'd say we've got a whole bunch of people living in a tin can. And if one of us gets sick, we all get sick. So I would say that there has to be mandatory checkups. Fortunately, my popularity with the Frostlanders has gone down. All right. See, the council comes back in a week. We're still thinking about heat dispatchers. We are broke. Situation normal, all fucked up. Okay, we got our food district working. We're losing food still, but not nearly as much as we were. Yeah. I think this is a good place to take a break. So I'm going to save my game and call it a night. We've been going for about 2.5 hours, I think, if not longer. So yeah. What are my thoughts on the game so far? Well, it definitely doubles down on the notion that you got to make some hard decisions if you want to survive this one. In fact, it forces you to. Much harder than... I think the decisions here are much harder even than in the first game. Because in the first game, it is possible to play with a completely clean conscience. Like, you can save everybody in Frostpunk 1. It's possible. But the prologue alone shows you that you have to compromise somewhere if you want everybody to live. Those seals have got to go down. You are clubbing those baby seals unless you're willing to sacrifice the elders of the population. There is just no way around it. So I think, yeah, they've made this intentionally a lot more difficult, both morally and from a mechanical standpoint, to really drive home the bleakness of the setting, which I like. But it is very bleak. You start to dread every event that comes up because it's only going to get worse from here. Things are actually going really well right now in this current playthrough. But I'm out of resources, and if anything goes wrong, I mean anything goes wrong, and it will, I'm not sure what to do. Like, I have no fallback here. I don't know where else to get resources from. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. But the way I heard it described in the review I saw, and I think it was really well said, is that Frostpunk 1 really does a good job of depicting how much it sucks to be the mayor of a city. And Frostpunk 2 really well depicts how much it sucks to be the president of a country. Because you're dealing with things on a much wider scale than in Frostpunk 1. So it's like, your concerns are much bigger. You're dealing with thousands of people instead of hundreds. But yeah, I thought it was a very well phrased synopsis of what the game is like. It was very good. Or Prime Minister, sure. Not President, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll definitely be back with this at a later date. Probably tomorrow. I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully I remember how to play it. I don't think I'll get that rusty that quickly, but we'll see. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you next time.